Are you ready? You guys ready? And the steps to loving yourself: first, you have to tolerate yourself, then you have to accept yourself, and then you can love yourself. So I suppose loving yourself is a step above accepting yourself.
Be happy and just do what you want to do.
To me, it means to accept our flaws and be good with it, and knowing that who we are is more than enough, because we're just perfect in a little imperfect world.
Taking care of yourself and showing that you care about yourself, not just like others, and trying to do whatever. Just, like, more or less to take care and be careful.
What do I think it means to love ourselves? I think it means to take very good care of ourselves, to accept ourselves, our defects, our strong points. I think basically it's really getting to know yourself.
To love ourselves is kind of like just to know that you are you, no matter what. You know, you can change how you act or how you talk, but you're going to be you, and just accepting that, kind of like understanding that, you know, you're a person and that you're going to be the only you that you can be.
I feel like I'm in touch with love for myself and for others, because I took the chance to meet myself and take time to like learn myself and learn what kind of things I'm susceptible to, like jealousies and things like that. And I like focused enough on myself to realize what was impure and what was pure. Because it's really hard to define what love is sometimes, because there's a lot of things that people think are love that really don't even really go along with love.
We sometimes make mistakes. It's okay, but we should learn from mistakes. It's not about giving up. It's about learning more than just saying, okay, I'm not perfect, okay, I'm done.
I think that it means to love ourselves is that we love the quality of ourselves. So like how we're caring, how we're able to listen, how we're able to see ourselves as well as other people. I feel like it's more or less of like an internal thing.
I think to love yourself would be to be comfortable, like not just with your body, but your mindset. Like even all the, like let's say you think bad things. Even if you think those bad things, being comfortable with that and living with yourself day to day and the activities, like with other people. And in order to love other people, I think obviously you have to love yourself first.
That you don't put yourself down a lot and you're confident with who you are and you don't feel like you have to live up to someone else's expectations.
To love yourself, you have to have a lot of respect for yourself and not think about what other people tell you. Think about what you feel.
Regardless of your situation, it's finding the light in your own darkness, and the darkness that can be around you, and starting with that inner light, and it's infectious.
Loving yourself, I mean, that's a constant thing. Do you know what I mean? That's not something that's gonna, you know, like you said, you have good days and bad days, but it's, you know, I think it's something that we strive to have, I guess. You have this concept of what you want to be or what you're trying to accomplish, you know, and you're constantly reaching towards that, you know, through whatever your practice is in the day, you know.
I think that self-love comes from, and loving yourself comes from knowing who you really are. And by saying that, I don't mean knowing who you are in terms of what you like to do or what you like to eat or what kind of music you like to listen to, which is what I think we often think of when we think of who we really are. But what I mean when I say who we really are is that as soon as you come to understand where you came from, which is who we are, and what you come to understand is that we are total miracles. We all are, and we're extraordinary. And all you have to do is look at your hand, and I do this sometimes, or even like look at your fingernails, and just notice what's going on inside of yourself right now, and how everything, you know, your body digesting its food perfectly on its own, and every molecule delivering air just at the right time, and you know, you wake up in the morning and your fingernails are just a little bit longer than they were yesterday, you know. That's a miracle, and that's who we are, and that's what we were made from.
I think for me it means really calling on the big heart to love everybody.
Like loving ourselves is giving like appreciation to yourself and also spreading love. Like to love yourself is to love like another person, I feel, because we're all connected.
You just gotta live life, you know? I mean, for me, I want to be a chef, and working in 2 restaurants, I've found the love of myself. Like, I just love being around food all day, cooking, seeing people's faces when they get their meal, and, you know, making them smile. It's just my way of love.
I like to just do what I love to do. I try to steer away from things that I don't like, because sometimes, I don't know, sometimes you feel obligated to do stuff just because the love of other people, or you feel, but I think you should refrain from that, because that takes away from one's will, and will is a big part of loving yourself also. So I try to do things that my will wants to do, and that I definitely love to do, and I don't have any regrets or any look-backs on that.
Something that is true and authentic beyond whatever form is here, that can't be touched by what we think, by what we say, by what we do, and that we recognize that lives in us always. It never goes away.
There's many times in the path of life where we fall into holes of self-hate or actions that are not loving with ourselves, and I've journeyed through that path. As a child, I was full of self-love and loving everything around me, and as I came into my teen years, I made choices that were not based on self-love, and then there was guilt that came from that and things, but I knew that all of us go through that. All of us humans on this human journey go through moments in time where we make choices, decisions that are not for our highest good or for the highest good of others around us, and that those aspects of ourselves need love.
I was not given those skills growing up, and in my education work I see that we continue to not give boys that strength, that sense of trusting oneself, believing in oneself, not never challenging, and not, you know, accepting everything, but accepting.
Like once you accept yourself, you know, you have these certain traits, and there's like things you can do about it, but you're still gonna have those traits. You'll be able to see like the same thing in others. That's where like empathy comes in. You start being able to feel like, you know, oh, I feel that way when something happens. They'll probably feel something similar.
You can't really have love without sorrow, so it's all a part of a balance. Like love to me would be the positive aspect, higher aspect, white light of things. Sorrow or despair would be like the negative, darker side of things. You know, it's like teeter-totter, it's a scale. So, I mean, like, sometimes I am in touch with one side, sometimes I'm in touch with the
other side. And that's what it is. It's having a calm peace within yourself and knowing that you're doing, in your opinion, and what's right, for yourself and for the world, and in this little itty bitty speck that you are in the universe. And for me, that's what it is. It's accepting that I'm human. I've made mistakes, a lot of them. Learn from them. And I think that's where some people stop.
It starts with the thoughts, then it starts with what I say, and then it's what I do.
I don't know, loving yourself is something that you do. Like, how do you say, your mind does it. Like, because if you want to feel bad and then just don't even care, you're gonna feel worse, Like, I have this bad mom, like, let's say this, and you're just doing something stupid because you got your bad mom. You go do something outside, do drugs and all this stuff, you're just making it worse. You end up getting worse stuff, and you got a cop, a ticket, now you gotta pay for the ticket, now you gotta work. Now, it gets worse, so instead you try to talk to your mom and get something figured out. You probably end up somewhere else better than doing other stuff.
Self-love is about caring for yourself on all levels, your mind. I'm constantly reading and, listening to books on tape mostly. Your body, I'm moving it, I'm giving it the foods, the high vibration foods that it needs. Your soul, connecting, meditating, writing, doing those creative things you love to do, connecting with people that are going to lift you up. And I'm not saying to abandon people in your life that are on a lower negative vibration. We've all been there. We go there sometimes. But to really care for yourself and make your well-being and your feelings a priority. You are a priority, and you need to be a priority in your life. And then spirit, of course, just giving thanks to Great Creator, to Mother Earth, and seeing the spirit in every being.
Sometimes I think 50% of it is just knowing what fills up your picture, and then doing more of that, and giving yourself permission to do more of that. And society doesn't teach that or celebrate that always. I think society is not necessarily asking you to reflect on what fills up your picture, because society wants you to think that what fills up your picture is buying stuff, because that's what they need you to believe. The advertisers have to convince you that as if you buy, that thing, your picture will be full, and then you'll be able to go pour it out. And it's just not true.
I do music. I think music is really good. It has it can change your vibe, like your energy. I do that. It's like a meditation also, meditating, so you can be comfortable in one's body. And music really helps meditation and just taking your mind off of those things that make you dislike or stuff like that. I skateboard. That's like a meditation also. It's like something I can do from the sun coming up to the sun going down. I like to do physical activities, so that makes me feel really good about myself, empowered. They say your temple is everything, so I try to keep that clean.
For me, it's definitely being healthy, creating art. I'm an artist and I'm a musician. I sing. When I sing, I'm in tune to this whole other level, and it's just that always raises my spirits every time. Also, just doing art right now, I do a lot of collages, and just it's very therapeutic to create love. That's what I'm doing. That is, I'm tuning into that love, creating love, and just what I'm dealing with now is being able to give that away. Because I'm usually everything, I'm I need to keep this. But I'm definitely trying to work on just sending love to people through my art and through my music. And when I sing,
Would
Okay,
you mind like doing a little singing or a little, just a little drop a little note or maybe a little rap or something?
Totally. I could do all of the above. Yeah, actually, yeah, I'll sing a cappella one of my songs. Yeah, that'd be great. The sun is shining once again. Guess I don't know where my day went. I've got to go. I've got to go home. That's when I find peace of mind. Yeah. That's when I find peace of mind. Yeah. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I have found a place of love for myself. I recently moved and I was able to paint the apartment all the colors that I wanted, and all the rooms are different, and I made some furniture for it. I haven't really done much of that in the past. I've been a carpenter for 35 years, but so it's really, I've made a nest for myself that I wake up and look out and smile and say, it's a nice thing you did for yourself.
I get to do things every day that, that I've prepared myself to do. You know what I mean? Going to college, going through high school, whatever, And because I get to, share my passions with other people, I think that's where it is. I mean, that's what it's all about.
And that to me is what I have to strive for every day, every moment, is to be able to get to the point where I can just love what I see, and then I'll know I'm making good ground. I'm learning to love myself. We're coming to that place where I can just breathe and be so grateful and happy for that.
I think where I really probably felt it was when I was in middle school, and I was a very heavyweight student, a heavyweight child. I was obese from, I think, the ending of elementary through 7th grade. I had a big weight problem, and it was hard some days, especially when I'd look at myself in the mirror and I'd think about these negative thoughts about how my size was or for how much I ate, and it just kind of projected into myself. I don't think too many people noticed, but they could tell I wasn't always in a good mood, and I just felt sad and mad about it. And it sometimes, you could tell when I was talking about certain things, it just made me upset for the way I got, until I was finally able to accept it and be okay with it. Then the weight started going down. There was a change in my physical and internally and emotionally.
As we're little girls, in the beginning we're taught and said that we're so pretty, so smart, and eventually, you get older and you have to be aware of that for yourself.
Too young to know their own bodies, little girls are playing hide and seek in your breasts, wondering at your curves, tracing fingers like crayons up your thighs. Do you feel them? Nicki Minaj when you close your eyes. Standing in front of a mirror, they stuff their bras to gain the worth your words remind us we're missing. Something crucial that the curl of your lip sends away broken as you deliver your music, spawning into rhythms too young to know their soulful mothers. They'll die as children in filthy lily-white dresses, having briefly played across radio stations, schoolyards. They'll crawl back to you wounded that everyone forgot the thrill of their language. I wonder, will the skin around your eyes ever crease like lost time spent searching for yourself? Or will you just gather dust like a forgotten doll, plastic hands forever reaching at your side slowly? You'll shed your limbs in the hands of girls grown stronger. No man is an island, but every woman feels like one. Nikki, we're all rooting for you. Did your mother ever imagine you would be here? Did she see you hold the lighter to your eyes in the moonlight, burning your stomach with ambition? Did she see the fear in your irises? I'm terrified, and I need to know if my words will ever be louder than my lipstick. Nikki, when your father set fire to your house, did you see your dreams burning too? When you walked in your stocking feet that morning, did you do it so someone would hear the ticking of your heart? I'm standing here holding my breath, hoping maybe someone will hear the insecurities in my pulse tonight. I need your help. Beauty can never be broken as long as it's plastic. Broken can never be beautiful. How many times did they tell you that?
Oh, I am inside you.